Hey you guys, I know I had a hard time earlier, and thank you for being with me during my mini breakdown, I guess you can say I had. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to set up a TPN at home, which is nutrition. This is what's feeding me because I can't eat. Here, this is an actual machine like the ones they give you. You know, you're hooked up to an IV, and this is just a miniature version of that machine that IV runs through, okay? So first thing first, every day I have to put a new set of batteries in there. Figured this out last night. So new batteries first. Brand new every day. And then I lock it. So my machine is ready to go. Set that to the side for now. Now the next thing I have to do, my hands are nice and clean. I'm going to remove the netting from what you saw me do in an earlier video, how I prepped it and wrapped it up and all of that. Now I have to get everything out of the spider web, which isn't as easy as it looks. Sometimes I just want to cut it off, but I did get it off almost. Okay, so here's my PICC line, here's the ends, it's all out. So the first thing I'm going to do is the red one. Red meaning for blood. I have to flush this twice a day so I don't get blood clots. So first of all, I'm going to need one of the saline. You've seen these in the hospital. This is usually what they push through your vein before, it's just sodium chloride, saline. Before and after they give you any kind of medication in the hospital. So you need a wipe. This is an alcohol prep wipe. Clean, clean, clean. And the rule is basically sing happy birthday to yourself. You want to make sure the whole part is clean. So that's nice and clean. Remove the lid. Make sure you get all the air out of it. Connect it. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. I'm going to make sure it's all the way connected. Now up here, I don't know if you can see that, but that's locked. I'm going to unlock it. You see how it's unlocked now? It's actually open. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, I'm going to flush it. See, I'm flushing it. It's going all the way through. Got that taste in my mouth like saline. Just pretty normal. So, next thing I'm going to do, heparin. Heparin is a blood thinner. This keeps from, I'm going to take that off yet, but that keeps it from clotting at the other end. Like I said, this line goes in through my arm and it literally sits over my heart. So I don't want an infection. It can cause sepsis and I can die. So again, push out all the air. Connect. And here, you guys can see it this way. Push. Push, 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 push. And then this is the red one again. This is the one for blood draws. So then I lock it. So now it's locked again. And I can remove this. It removed itself. And now I don't have to worry about this red line. Purple line. This is a lot different because I'm going to be connecting myself to TPN or nutrition, which is this. And I don't know if you can see me from back here, but this bag is bigger than my head. This bag runs 16 hours and I'm off of it for 8 hours, which I slept the entire 8 hours I was off of it. So First thing first, there are 2 vials. I'm going to move some of this aside. I don't need it all. Most of it's trash. This is a 20 milliliter syringe. This is a 20 gauge 1-inch needle. And I have 2 vials here that I have to draw up together. So, I don't know if you can see that. This is vial 1, and this says vial 2, and these are vitamins. This is one of them is magnesium, the phosphorus, all the vitamins I need, vitamin D, vitamin B, thiamine, magnesium, potassium, everything. So I want to use a different wipe for each one. So I'm going to clean the tops of these. Another wipe for the other one. And I hope someone's going to learn something from this somewhere along the line, because this is not easy to do on yourself. I have nursing experience, so it's a lot easier for me. So I'm going to open my syringe here, like so. Anytime, this has 5 mLs in it. Anytime you pull something from a bottle, you pull out in air how many mLs is in each bottle. So there are 5 in this bottle and 5 mLs in this bottle, which means I need to pull 10 mLs of air. You have to replace it every time. So then I'm going to take my needle, and this is all sterile, so I don't want to touch that. And I'm just going to twirl that on there, like so. Okay. Now, since you want to do vial 1 first, so I'm going to draw up vial 1. So here's how it goes. There's a little stopper. You just push the needle through the stopper, push in 5, and the rest should start coming in all on its own. Make sure you get all the medication from the vial in. And if you don't think you got it all, you can always go back up and check and see. That's 5 right there. So I pretty much got all of the medication out of the vial. And just hold it up to the light. Make sure there's nothing in it. I don't know if you can see. It's all gone. There's nothing in it. That's vial 1. I've already cleaned the tops of these, so pay attention. The rest of this air that's in here is going to be pushed into this vial, okay? So it's just an exchange of air and medication. So you're going to push as much air as you can back into it, and then it should just, I don't know if you can see that stream, how it's just coming through on its own. And in all, it should actually equal 10 milliliters, which 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm going to carefully put the lid back on the needle. So I'm going to push up all the air back up to the top, and I have 10 mLs. This is like the vitamin cocktail that goes into the bag. So I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit so you can see what I'm going to do. This is the bag I just showed you. There are 3 ports. There's this one, which does absolutely nothing. This is where I'm going to put, I'm going to hook the actual IV part up, and this one is where I'm going to put the medicine in. So once again, I need a clean alcohol Alright, I'll just lift this up just a little bit just in case you can't see. I want to make sure I get everything. This is the one I'm going to inject the medication into. So I'm going to clean that off as much as I can. In the middle of it, you can't see it, but there is a little tiny hole like there was on the top of these vials. And that's where I'm going to insert this, the vitamins into. So I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to stand up to do this. I don't know. I want to make sure you can see. So I gotta be, like I said, I got to be very careful so I don't puncture the bag. And it has to be nice and straight. See, it is in there. So now I am adding the vitamins to my bag. And then release. Recap this needle. Usually in the medical field you never ever recap a needle, but for this purpose we did. Then I'm going to take the needle off of the syringe. I have a sharps container and I put that in my sharps. Now I'm going to also put this in my sharps even though it's not sharps, just in case. Never know. Okay, so now I have this big bag and you see the yellow is already in there. So now I'm just going to knead this until it's like a creamy banana color. And this has to be refrigerated, so it's kind of slippery because it's cold and all the coldness is like making it looks like your hands are sweating. You know what happens when it gets too cold. And then this just has, it actually has 100 mls overfill, which basically means when I'm down to this 100 mark, my infusion will be complete. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, this is my infusion administration set. This is my tubing. And this tubing is not primed. Primed basically means there's none of this medication actually running through it yet. So what I have to do is prime it. So the first thing I'm going to do, obviously open it up. I'll show you what it looks like and I'll explain everything. Okay. This blue thing here doesn't look like much. But this is actually a filter. There are lipids in here, which is fat. And it's natural fat that your body needs to survive. So this is a filter for the fat. And it does go through. And this is all color coded for the machine. If I can get it untangled, I will show you. So here's the machine once again. On the top, as you can see, it says lift to open. So you open it and you pull it open here like so. Set that down. Everything in the inside of this machine, I don't know if you can see it or not, like here is color coded. Yellow, the side is blue. As you can see, I have a yellow side and a blue side. There is a little yellow circle here. We're going to break that off, okay? That's going to help the pump actually pump. So then I want to find the yellow side on my pump and stick this nice and snug inside. This wraps right over. The blue end obviously snaps right into that blue side, although my nails are a bit longer than the usual. So alright, so you can see it's all snapped in. Okay, and before you actually lock it, you want to make sure that none of the ends are being pinched. I don't see any pinched ends, so I'm going to go ahead and lock it. So it's locked, it's ready to go. Alright. Next part, I'm going to have to turn the camera once again. This little piece right here I'm sure all of us have been in the hospital, sorry for such all the movement, one time or another. So this actually removes, and this is where you hang your bag to. So I'm going to hang my bag up here on this pole. I do have a pole, and I also have a backpack. This bevel side up, this actually comes off, and you stick it, which is really hard. I have to stand up, otherwise I'm not going to get it through. Daddy, can you help me? Daddy? Help.
Okay.
Help. It's too hard, I can't get it in. Daddy! He's such a big help right now. I can't get it all the way in. Don't pull it back. Okay, yeah, se me dio block. Okay. Yeah, the white is in there. See, the white is in there? Okay, so the next, sorry, so close. The next thing you do, is, here, I'm gonna get this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm gonna turn it on. Now these machines are already pre-programmed, so I think I just hold this so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there's my bag. I have my own pole. My husband just helped me connect this to the middle part. This again does nothing, and this is where I inserted the extra vitamins. And again, this runs for 16 hours. So here's the actual pump. So I'm going to turn it on. See what it says. Now this whole thing must be primed. Once you take this blue end off of here, you cannot touch this. Here, you can't touch this part of it once this top is off. This is sterile. So I want to hit yes. I want to hit repeat RX, and then I'm going to hit prime. You know what? I did this yesterday. Pause. I did this yesterday and I couldn't figure it out. It took me forever, and now I want to show you how to do it the correct way. So it's doing a self-test to make sure everything is ready. Systems are okay. The battery is full. So I'm gonna say, I don't want to say set up. I just want to hit this prime button. This is just telling me how much is in there, and I get to prime, and I can't. I did this last night and I couldn't remember how to prime it, but I cannot connect it to my body with all of this air running through it.
I'm making me a sandwich.
I wonder if I hit this first.
Is that your videotape? I really want a sandwich.
Alright, here we go again. This is exactly what happened to me last night. So, I'm gonna have to remember how I did this last night. Anyway, what would happen, it was, this would prime, it would reach all the way to the bottom. And usually, I think I said yes, repeat RX, yes. delay. It's going through all the different so okay, here we go. I need to prime. So I'm holding the prime key. I'm holding the prime key. Alright, I don't know if you can hear that little sound, but it's coming through. I want you to see this come through here. You see how it's turning white? It's turning white all the way through. It's going to take a while to prime. I don't know if you can see that on my pajama, but in a minute it's going to turn white. So I am priming the machine. It's actually at the filter right now.
Old boy tigers have teeth like this, like mine.
I guess it's easier just to hold it up like this. As you can see, it's clear right now. It will not be clear soon. You can't put all this air in your body. I just want you to see it change color. So it's coming. Come on, go away. I can't see. I don't know if you can see the filter in the background, how it's already got white in it. This piece that I'm holding in my hand is what I want you to see turn white. And it's continue to prime. And it is white. Did you see it turn white? See, this is all white now. It has all been primed. There's fluid in there. Okay. One, go away, please. Sorry for the upside down. Alright, so next thing is purple end. I don't need the heparin for the purple end. I don't think. I never needed it before. I do need a wipe. I'm gonna clean the purple one. Purple. So I'm cleaning the end. I know this video is probably one of the most boringest things I've ever had to do. But just so you know, you're doing it right if you ever have to do it. So, and it says unattended, so I'm going to silence this for now because I'm not connected. So I'm going to connect this to my purple alarm. Unlock, flush. I don't have to put heparin through this one. Take it off. Alright, this is the part I told you about not being able to touch. So I'm going to take this blue part out. You see this blue end? You cannot touch this. This is sterile. So I'm connecting it here. Alright, and now I'm going to hit run. Repeat RX is yes. And I should be running now. It should start coming through here. Run. And I am currently running. So, just show you how it changes. It tells you the rate. That's my remaining time, 15.59 hours. As I said, it's 16 hours on, 8 hours off. And it feels like I'm on it more than I'm off of it. So I have already showed you how to remove it, which should have came first, and now I've shown you how to set it up. So I hope it was helpful. I'm having a really hard time. I'm controlling my emotions, and it wasn't just people. I know my little breakdown video, I really did have a breakdown, and it wasn't so much people telling me, it was my kids telling me I was going to die. And I just wanted to make that clear, that that's really what was wrong. So, thank you so much for supporting me. I hope this is helpful to someone in some way. And I'll talk to you later. TTFN. Bye.